SupplyWise podcast.
Hello and welcome to SupplyWise, the what and why for residential, commercial, and industrial building supply. I'm your host, Andrew from Mountainland Supply, joining you from my home this time, as so many people are during this unprecedented time. And I am joined this week by the head of employee engagement for Mountainland Supply, Lenore Stevens. How's it going?
Going great. Good to talk to you from my home.
Yeah. As I said, we are in unprecedented times, and from the title of this episode, you can tell that that's what this podcast is going to be about. It's going to be about, of course, we're not medical professionals, so we can't give you any actual medical advice on anything related to COVID-19, but we are going to give you our expertise in what to do to keep our customers and employees safe during this time. So that is kind of one of the main questions I had for you, Lenore. During this time, what is Mountainland doing to keep our customers and our employees safe?
Hey, thanks for asking, Andrew. We've got a few things. You know, it felt like it happened almost overnight. Really quickly, we realized that this was coming and we had to take care of it. So first part of March, I feel like we were really quick to jump in there and put several things in place. A couple of things that we are doing for our customers to keep them safe. We immediately put up some barriers at our counters. This prevents our employees from getting more than 6 feet within that circle of our customers. So our customers can still come. We're open. We're ready to do business. In fact, we're doing quite a bit of business right now. You can come into our counter, but we make sure that you actually can't get 6 feet within 6 feet of our employees. So that's something that was one of the very first things we did, was to put that up. We also disinfect our counters and our trucks several times a day. We're wiping them down. We're keeping them clean. Sometimes when I go down to the office, I walk in and it smells like Clorox bleach all over our branch. So I think they're doing a pretty good job of making sure that they're keeping that clean. We also have our warehouse people wearing gloves, especially if they're handing something to a customer or interacting with a customer. We ask that they have some gloves on while they do that. And we've also been training our employees on techniques that they can use to very diplomatically request that if either an employee or a customer come in with obvious signs that they're not feeling well, we just ask them to go home. If it's an employee, go home and get better. For a customer, if they could just leave and then call us, and we'll make sure that we get their order. We'll still serve them, but just do that over the phone rather than being actually physically in our branch. We have signs up as well at all of our branches directing our customers that if they're not feeling well, this is the number to call. We'll take care of you, but please don't enter the premises. And another thing that we have that's really makes it convenient for our customers is a program called ProKeep. And what we do with ProKeep is that we allow you to text in your order. So that phone number that you normally call for your branch to talk to someone at that branch, you can just text it and someone will get back to you. We get those texts and we actually keep track of the time. We're pretty fast on getting back to those texts and making sure that we can still fill your order that gets texted in. Let's say you've scribbled down on a piece of note paper what you needed. You're writing reminders to yourself. I got to get this, I got to get that. And you've got it written down somewhere. And normally you then pick up the phone and call someone and relay that order to them. That's a lot of extra work. Just take a picture and text it into us, and we'll look at that. If we have any questions, if there's something we can't read, then we'll give you a call. We'll text you back. We'll be in touch with you. But it's a really convenient way that we can take care of you, and we can have your order delivered to you. So, those are ways that if you'd rather not come in, we're really equipped to take care of you even without that.
If you're looking for information about about that app. We actually did a whole episode around the time it launched with Duncan Anderson. It's called the Texting App with Duncan Anderson on the podcast feed, so you can check it out there. So all the information is in there as well if you need to know more.
Yeah, and Duncan's awesome. Yeah, he does a great job for us and gets us all up to speed on that. So those are several of the steps that we have in keep our customers safe, and that also protects our employees as well. There's a few other things that we've done specifically for our employees to keep them safe. One of them is teleworking. Again, the beginning of March, we immediately looked at our organization and we knew right away, we have to have certain people there to serve the customers physically, but many of our support staff could do their job from home. And so we set up immediately teleworking, getting everybody set up at home so that they're able to do the things that they do so well from home, and keeping them safe and allowing them during the quarantine period to stay there. It's worked really well. We're really pleased, and we're really proud of our employees for stepping up, in kind of a crazy time, and making sure that we're still going great and functioning strong. I'm really proud of them. We use Outlook, we use Microsoft Teams, and so we've been doing meetings on Teams, and I have to say it's been awesome. We've had meetings of up to 30, 40 people on Teams, and it's gone really well. We do have an occasional dog bark in the background, which I could have at any time should a UPS truck go by. But for the most part, it's been pretty seamless on doing that. Something else that we are going to provide, we are providing for our employees, is a telemed program. We sent out a phone number for everyone who has our health insurance through the company, and they can actually call in. This enables them to not have to go to urgent care or to a doctor office. It's a little bit safer should they not be feeling well. And it isn't just if they suspect something with COVID. This is also something that they can use for anything. They can be seen by a doctor for anything. And there's no charge for that visit if they have their insurance through our company. So that's another way we're making sure that they are healthy. And then I have a little show and tell here to show you. So we brought in masks. We have these as a company available for any of our employees who feel the need to wear a mask, or should that become mandatory at some point. We're already prepared. We have them. They're just waiting for that. And all of our branches, we're kind of we like to keep it clean all the time, not just during a global pandemic. So we have a lot of hand sanitizer around the branches and on people's desks. But we did bring in our own branded hand sanitizer for all our employees, just to make sure that they had them with them. They can put it in their truck. They can keep it on their desk. They can have it in their purse, just to make sure that they had what they needed and they didn't have to worry about that.
All right. Yeah, I like what kind of has been put in place. I like that Mountainland has brought in some masks for the employees, because we know that at least in the initial part, it was mask shortages and everything like that. And so now that there's kind of evening out with those levels, it is good to. It's kind of a peace of mind thing for employees to be able to know that the company's got their back with masks. They don't have to go out and personally get those.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that because we've seen shortages of some things, and we just didn't want employees to say, I'd love to wear a mask, I just can't find any, like they're not available. So we do have them. I know that for some people this might not be comfortable, so we also have ordered, and they haven't quite arrived yet. They should be here almost any day. The buff that you can wear it on your head, or you can pull it down and pull it up over your nose and mouth. It's fabric. It can be reused. It can be washed. We're bringing those in as well for our employees. So if someone's like, man, the mask just really doesn't work for me, but I still want to be protected, we have a second option for them as well.
All right. Great. So are there any suggestions that we have for any of our customers to deal with kind of this COVID thing? We don't know at this point how much longer we're going to be operating with this virus kind of around. And kind of some of the things that we do might be a new normal. Some of them might be a temporary measure. Is there any advice for our customers who might be looking for things that we found to be effective?
I would just tell our customers that because there's so much we don't know yet about this virus and all the things that are happening, that I would just do what they feel comfortable. If they feel comfortable texting in or calling, do that. If they're comfortable coming in, we just ask that they maintain a 6-foot distance. We've got markings on our floors, those kinds of things. There's a lot of information out there, and it's hard to wade through. But our customers and our employees are very resilient, very innovative, very adaptable, very proud of how everyone has taken on the challenges of this new normal, and not even knowing if this is going to be a new normal or if this is just temporary. We just don't know. But I have watched I've watched many kindnesses of customers and our employees, and a lot of patience and adaptability. And I think that's just what's called for right now as we go forward.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this episode. I appreciate it. Be sure to check out so you can see the show and tell that we actually had. You can check out the video at youtube.com/Mountainland Supply. You can find this podcast at mountainlandsupply.com/SupplyWise or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Make sure you tune in every other week for the more information about the products and services that make you SupplyWise.